What's up, everybody? GM Skywatcher here, just showing you what's up. So, I know not many are aware of what's going on in our skies on a daily basis, but someone is spraying our skies with heavy metallic toxins. And there are various other ways that they introduce these chemicals into our atmosphere. But a lot of times they spray lines of chemicals in our skies, which are chemtrails. You have been deceived in believing that these are contrails, which are normal and are water vapors and ice crystallization from humidity and temperatures being cold up in the upper atmosphere, higher altitudes, like 30 to 50,000 miles up, or feet up. So, as you can see here and here, you can see the difference between the cloud coverage. And most of what we see in our skies is chem clouds, synthetic cloud coverage made with heavy metals such as aluminum, barium, and strontium. See, this could possibly be organic, but I'm not even sure at this point. These diabolical criminals have gotten so good at creating clouds, and most of the time you can tell the difference, but sometimes I can understand that people have no clue. You know, a lot of people, their careers, their professions, they're indoors. They go to work early in the morning and they're just focused on driving and getting to work, trying to get the kids to school on time and get to work on time. So people aren't paying attention to the skies for the most part. And same thing after work. You know, and actually maybe in the morning it's a little bit darker, but then in the evening it's a little darker. As you're driving home, you're racing home, paying attention to driving, excuse me, and you're just trying to get home to make dinner or get the kids to practice, whatever. We all live these chaotic lives, and I'm sure that's all for a reason, so we don't question things like this. But if you take the time to look up in your skies, you can see that there's something strange going on. These chemicals are dispersed by planes, leaving these lines in the skies, which are chemtrails, which dissipate into like a white chem haze, and then these heavy metals are manipulated in our atmosphere with microwave technology, ELF technology, extremely low frequency. And you can notice in these synthetic clouds these ripples or microwaves pattern within the cloud. You can see a little bit here. If you look through different channels, you can see this. You can see the difference in synthetic clouds and organic clouds. And don't let anybody tell you this is nonsense, because that's nonsense, whatever they're telling you. Wake up, people. Spread the word. I don't 100% know why they're doing this. Some say to block the sun. Some say to block solar radiation. Some say it's a multifaceted agenda. And one of the main facets is population control. How about sterility? You know, they want to make us sterile. They do not want us populating this planet. There you go, there goes the microwave effect there. It's completely evident. So, do some research. Figure out what's going on in your world, in your reality. Turn that television off. That thing was designed to program you and to keep you focused on it. To keep you from knowing what's going on in your life, in your actual world, in government, whatever. Things that are going on in your state. That's how they've been slowly stealing our freedoms, because not enough people pay attention to these things. They're too worried about reality TV. Are you kidding me? Come on, people. We're smarter than this. I know some people, you know, you watch these shows and it's just like, come on, man. Don't you want something better than that? Don't you care about your future, your children's future? These chemicals are infiltrating our bodies through the air that we breathe, through the water that we drink, and through the foods we eat. These chemicals, obviously, they're sprayed into the atmosphere, and what goes up must come down. So these chemicals are going into the water that we drink. On top of that, the water contains fluoride, and that's a special ingredient that's introduced to our waters, and that's a nice gift from our government. You know, they say, I think it's up to 70-some% of the water in the United States is fluoridated. I mean, that's disgusting. You know, I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard that Hitler, he first started that. And, I mean, what would you put poison in the water for? See, fluoride is a byproduct of aluminum manufacturing, and supposedly it's difficult to get rid of. So they thought, what a better idea than to put it in our water. They save money on having to try to dump it properly, and at the same time, this fluoride makes us dumbed down and docile. I read that the World Health Organization said that fluoride is a neurotoxin. And I really, don't know if I trust the WHO, but for them to be coming out and saying that fluoride is a neurotoxin, maybe that makes you a little bit worried about what your children are drinking. And maybe you drink bottled water. Some different companies are actually they're putting it in the water, and they're acting like it's good. Like, you go to the dentist and they use fluoride when they clean your teeth. No, it's not good for you. And no, you shouldn't have fluoride used when cleaning your teeth. I've mentioned this to my dentist for myself and my children and my wife. And both my dentist had no clue and her daughter had no clue. Their dentistry, it's the mother and father, and the daughter works there also. All three of them are dentists. The father, I don't know, he wasn't there, he wasn't around, so I don't know if he's aware. But you know, it was funny, the dental assistant, I asked her, she was like a Russian girl or a Ukrainian girl, I forget what she said, but she was well aware of it. She said both her and her roommate are well aware of the introduction of fluoride into our water to infiltrate our bodies and our brains to make us dumbed down, docile zombies. You know, they want us smart enough to operate the machinery, but they're dumb enough to, smart enough to operate the machinery, but dumb enough not to ask questions. Sorry, couldn't get that out. So you can actually ask your dentist to use the non-fluoride cleaning for your teeth. So back to the cloud and the synthetic cloud. So this is synthetic. This is organic. I mean, you can just tell, just look at it. Look how beautiful it is. This thing next to it, I think that's synthetic, but this, you can tell it's beautiful. This is the strange heavy metal cloud. Heavy metal chem cloud. You can see it's like being vibrated. I think that's what happens with the waves. Maybe the atoms are vibrating, and that's how they turn them into somewhat like cloud substance. It actually resembles clouds. You can see here, I guess this thing's starting to change. I mean, you can just watch. If you stop and look in your sky, just pay attention for like 20 minutes. You spend a couple hours out here, you'll be like, wow, that's what's been going on. I've been unaware of that. There you go. Organic cloud. And then this right here, synthetic cloud. Synthetic. Wake up, people, before it's too late. And I'm not telling you, I want you to be scared and fear for your life. You can't go outside. Obviously, it's not affecting us to the point where we're dying instantly, but this is a long-term goal, a long-term agenda. And I think it's used for the depopulation agenda, destroy our immune systems. I think they use it to keep us from seeing some type of military operation, maybe new aircraft. I don't believe in aliens, so maybe they're practicing the Project Bluebeam, the fake alien invasion, and God's gonna save us, or I don't know. I'm told they also use these heavy metals in the atmosphere for the military and communicating. They can communicate long range. And, you know, all this is, you know, theories. I don't think anybody knows 100% what's going on, but I'd say we're pretty close. Have a great day, people.